What's up? It's your boy TC, and make sure you're locked into Raw Hollywood for our exclusive interview. It's lit.
Chatting with the incomparable, amazing, talented singer songwriter TC. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So we're gonna jump right into it because literally before this, I was literally just jamming out to your new EP.
Yeah, Trez Love, Trez Love.
Yes, yes, absolutely love it. And the reason why I love it is because it's only three songs, but it's three songs and it makes you want more. So it's like, okay, I can't keep listening to the same three on repeat, so I need more type of thing. So it's
Yeah.
amazing, literally from beginning to end. So what inspired this new EP?
Um, I think what inspired me to do the EP is, well, one, I've been working with, Tamar and different other people, so it's kind of like I've kind of put what I got going on to the side a little bit, but I feel like it's been a while since I've released music, so I wanted to put something out there that showed where I'm at musically, where I'm at vocally, so people don't forget. Like, look, listen, I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm still working on my music to make sure it comes out in the right time. Like when I'm able to like really promote it the way that I want to. So, um, I think it came out in the right time because it's kind of like the three songs is like it's giving you a little teaser, but
Definitely.
also a kind of prelude to what's to come too. So,
Most definitely. So what is your favorite record on the EP?
um, like all of them for certain reasons because they're all about different people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay. Okay.
So, but I think the one that resonates with me the most is Dear Love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of Dear Love, because Dear Love is one of I love them all three of them equally, but Dear Love is it's one of those songs that when you hear you like, yeah, this is a universal message. A lot of people can relate to this song. So we're going to get into that. We're going to give the viewers and the fans just a little taste of that, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
But what did I do wrong to have to live my life alone? Yeah, what did I do wrong? No, 'cause no matter how much I want love, it don't want me. La da di da, la da di da, la da di da. It don't want me. La da di da, la da di da, la da di da. It don't want.
All right, now we're back. That was a little bit of Dear Love, which is one of my favorite records on Trez Love. It's amazing. Y'all gotta hear it. Make sure y'all get it on iTunes right now, the whole entire EP. But so what artists, because a lot of people have been following you, but some people don't know like the different artists that you've written for. So who have you written for?
I've written for a lot of people, the Backstreet Boys,
Right.
Justin Bieber, Brandy, Tamar Braxton,
Hmm.
T Pain. Like it's just a plethora of a lot of people. Estelle, just
Right. Okay. Sounds
I've been
good.
blessed.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. So, how does your recent collaboration with Tamar Braxton for My Man, how that all come about?
Um. Well, see, I'm reliving it. Hold on. So, all right. So, Corey comes into the studio. Corey Rooney, who's a legend, by the way, worked with Mariah and the whole Sony building, Jennifer Lopez, different stuff like that. He came with a scratch and he was like, "Listen to this." And so when he came on, me and Tamar looked at each other like, "Okay." And as far as like Tamar, like she's real vocal about like, oh, I wouldn't say this or I wouldn't say that, and we kind of switched it up the song and made it into what it was because she wanted it to be more relatable to her family and the situation with her mom and her dad. So we had to make it more personable, especially from like her standpoint if it happened to her. So she can, something that she can relate to. But, it just ended up turning out to be amazing. And yeah, that's just,
Definitely amazing because
it happens like that sometimes,
most
Yeah.
definitely. So we're going to jump into a fan question, and a
Okay.
fan wants to know: do you have any songs that will be on Tamar's upcoming album besides "My Man"?
Yes.
Any details you can give us?
I mean, I don't really like to speak on her albums.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? 'Cause I wanted to come from her because she's the artist.
Most
I'm
definitely.
not one of those writers that's like, well, I did this song called such and such on the album, and then, no, that's not me. I like to make sure the artist is heavily involved in like providing the information and different stuff like that because I don't want to say things that could, potentially, you know, be
Ruin
bad for the
surprises
project,
and
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
but I
Definitely can
will say
respect that.
that I've recorded the whole album, vocal production, and she doesn't let anybody do her vocals except me. So, like, I'm on
That's a
every
lot.
record. So yeah, I'm on every record.
Definitely, that says a whole lot about your talents and what you bring to the table.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
You're very, very welcome.
that.
So I remember first discovering you on YouTube, and I'm
Yeah.
like, who is this person? And I remember I'm like, I always thought your voice was very. It's something very unique about your voice, where it's like it naturally. I guess because of the way just how your voice sounds and your runs, always like you have that natural auto tune sound that I just love. Because I'm like, everybody else out there, they gotta they gotta do this and switch this to get that sound. When versus you have it naturally. How over the years, how have you been able to perfect your craft so you can continue to blossom?
Well, I think because when I started putting music out, I didn't have any effects. I didn't have anything. I was recording out of like the right side of my headphones and, mixing it. And it was very bootleg. But I think that taught me precision and different things that come along when you record and how to be on key, how to be on the note and do it again until it's right. And when you don't have anything and you're doing it just manually, it fine tunes your ear. So it's like my ear is so different now and it just keeps growing because it's like when you have that foundation, it betters you as a singer, in my opinion. Than opposed to, people jumping in the studio and they have auto tune and they got all of this stuff and they putting it on zero so they really ain't gotta sing nothing. It's just it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's easier for them and that's why it's no growth because they don't know what it's like to not have any effects and having to record your songs raw without anything. So I did that for years, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why my ear has, grown and
Right, gotten stronger.
yeah.
So I like to, ask hip R&B lovers and singers, this question because I'm pretty sure you've heard it many times. People
Okay.
say that R&B is dead, and how do you feel about that? Do you like agree, disagree? Are you on the fence about it?
As long as people is making music, R&B will never be dead. I do feel that as an R&B artist is really hard because it's hard because I feel like it's not as valued as popular music, pop. You know, I feel like rap is more popular now. Of course, you got people that buys that streams it all day and different stuff like that. But as far as like R&B, you know, um, people aren't buying the albums. You know what I'm saying? And it could be that they need just great music to buy.
Definitely.
I do also feel that streaming and different stuff like that has really hurt the industry a lot, because now it's like the setup is just totally different. The pay is totally different, and for like a writer like me, especially a person that's independent, when you put songs out there for purchase and is able to stream, and they're not fully supporting the art artistry side of it. Like, you can put so much money into a project, and then when it comes out, it's like because it's for free. You can listen to it. You might pay a subscription, but it's free. You're not. A lot of people aren't buying it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
it kind of hurts the artist also in a way, because especially like me, somebody that puts money into their projects
Hmm.
on your own, you're not seeing the return or the investment that you put into it. So it's kind of like sometimes a loss. But I don't speak that over my life. Thank you,
Right.
Jesus. You know,
Yeah.
but it's hard. It's really hard. Yeah.
That sounds as the same way. Like that's why a lot of artists don't like having their music on streaming sites for
Yeah.
those reasons, because they're not able to see, you know, a return on all of their efforts that they put out there to put an amazing project out.
Yeah.
So, who is your musical inspirations? I'm saying I follow you on social media, so I know some of them, but
You know some of
let
um
the fans know.
I would say my top is Whitney, of course. Like that's who started me out. That's who I wanted to sing like. It's like, she has one of those voices to where when you hear her it's wow. You know what I'm saying? And
Definitely.
all my life I aspire to have a voice that is, when you hear me it's like wow. So I feel like there's nobody that touches her vocally. It's just my opinion.
I
But
agree.
you have Whitney, Brandy, and then you have I love Mariah too. But yeah, Michael, Tony was a big influence for me too. Um, Joe, I love Joe. Like he's like probably my favorite male singer.
Hmm.
Um, Luther, Stevie, just Tone. Like I'm a big fan of tones. I love Beyonce too.
Hmm. Yeah.
Everybody loves Beyonce, but I really love her voice. Like her arrangements, just
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would say those are the main ones that I would say kind of directly influence like my music and my approach to what I do, with a little splash of myself, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
yeah, definitely.
they have a key factor in me musically.
Okay. Now, if you could have it your way, what I'm gonna give you three
Okay.
artists, even if it's dead or alive, that you could collaborate with. Because these days, dead or alive, you can collaborate with anybody.
Right. Um, so three artists,
Yeah,
of
probably
course.
some of the
Yeah,
ones you just named.
yeah, probably Whitney and Michael because they gone. I would have loved to have met them, but who? That's a good question. I don't know who the third one would be.
Okay.
I kind of feel like I've worked with a lot of the people that I looked up to.
Right.
Say that whether it's in passing, and she recorded my record. I wasn't there, but she recorded my record. Kind of that kind of situation. Um, I don't know. I do like Rihanna though.
Who?
Rihanna, her
Oh
tone
yeah.
is everything, and every time that I've met her, she's always been very sweet and very kind,
Yeah.
very sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I personally never met her, but yeah, she seemed like she's a really nice person.
yeah, she give you genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, I was recording for my album, and I was at Westlake, and
Hmm.
I was walking around. I was like, that sounds like Rihanna talking. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, okay, but it was a real heavy accent, a little heavier than normal, you know. So
Right.
like, this sounds like Rihanna, whatever. So I'm like, okay, you know, but I'm minding my business. I don't be in people's faces because you know sometimes you be seeing these people and they might not be on a
Uh
good accord. You know what I'm saying? So I
huh. Most
do what they,
definitely.
yeah, I give them the space. I'm not a groupie, so I don't need a picture. I don't need anything to be like, okay, well, I need, you know, I just let them do them, you know. But she came up to me and was just like, hey, I'm Rihanna. You look so familiar to me. And you know, we started chopping it up or whatever. And so she was like, you know, I am so proud of you, you know. So I was like, shit, she remembers me from a birthday party. So it's, sorry, I did the little pat. I just got my hair braided, so it was a little ghetto. But yeah, she's really a sweet, sweet girl. Every time that I've met her, she's always been consistently sweet. So yeah.
Sounds like definitely a good experience with.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
And it's
great.
always good because you know, like, you'd be surprised, like, the people that's not even there,
Hmm.
the attitudes. You know what I'm saying? So
The
it's like,
divas.
yes, it's good to meet somebody that's like humble and just
Right.
really sweet. You know what I mean? That's in the industry that has accomplished a lot too. You know,
Especially
so
those celebrities that, when we're fans of them, it's like we kind of, in our own way, give them their praises, but to them, they're like, "No, you're fine. Like I'm just a regular person like you. Like because that shows so much humbleness that it's just that I live my life in front of you guys, but I'm
right.
just like
And
everybody else."
honestly, that's the hardest thing to do is live your life in front of like millions and millions of
Hmm.
people. You know, you're constantly judged, and I get it all the time, and I'm not even in front of millions of people. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you can only imagine how it is when people just are mean and just like rude to you 24/7, and then having to be on guard with certain people. You know, you just never know. You never know who to trust. So you
Right.
know, it's hard for a lot of artists.
So how do you deal with haters on social media?
I don't.
You know, just
I
block
say
them.
what I say what I got to say, and a lot of times they end up more hurt than what they sent me, and they block me. They end up
You
blocking
blocked
me.
me and you insulted me.
Right, you insulted me, and then when I say something back to you, you gonna block me because I hurt your feelings. Okay, all right, cool. You know, it'd be like that, and you know, I could be very slick at the mouth. I know that. I know that I can, you know, but this is my thing. I don't go out looking
For trouble.
for, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times it comes in my mentions. So if it's in my mentions, I feel like, let me give you a response because I respond to at least everybody that hits me up. You know what I'm saying? So I give you a little one, two. And a lot of
But it's
times,
crazy, like, cause I follow you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and it's like I never see you post anything for anyone to give you any like negative feedback. So it's like it doesn't
it's,
make
but you
sense.
know, it's association. You know, that
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff, because they feel some type of way about Tamara. She did this and does this, or Brandy, or does this, and they want to come in my mentions. Like, one thing you can say, you can have your opinion on your timeline, but you
Hmm.
can come into my mentions and talk about my friends or talk about,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna sit well with me. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Say, keep it over there. You know what I mean? Don't leave stuff in my comments. You know, don't do that. Because you'll get that, you know. You've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it.
I've seen it a
You
few
follow me. I'm
times.
sure you've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too pretty. Like, and, you know, I think that a lot of people have learned over time. They
That
know.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Don't
you
do
know,
that.
some people try it and then they understand later. So I don't really get as much hate like that, you know. So,
Yeah, I don't see it a lot, but every so often you may
but
see
every
someone
once in a while, yeah,
say
they try to,
something like, "What was the
yeah,
point of you
definitely.
saying that?"
Listen, I wonder the same thing. Like, all I'm doing is living my life. You know what I'm saying? And just being goofy on Twitter and just, you know, all kinds of stuff. And, you know, people just try to hold you down. You know, it's all good. You know.
Definitely. Now the industry, the music industry, the celebrity world, all of that, it can be a good industry to be a part of. But what are your favorite and least favorite things about this industry?
Um,
Oh God.
um, I think when I first came into the industry, I was so like bright eyed about everything that was going on. Um, I was so excited to even be working with the people that I looked up to, like growing up. And at the end of the day, it's a business, you know, and a lot of times the people that you think have your best interest at heart, they don't,
Hmm.
you know. So I've been in deals to where it was kind of like, I need to get out of this situation to better my career because I'm gonna be stagnant, you know. And I think that was the worst thing because you trust people and you give your heart to people, and you know you think like, oh, they're gonna look after this or they're gonna do this because of the trust that you put in them. But a lot of times it's only for their benefit and for their gain. So you have to be really cautious about who you let represent you. You got to be cautious about who handles your money because it's
Definitely.
been it's been many times where it's like, okay, well, I just got signed to Sony. A lot of people don't even know this, but I remember when I first got signed to Sony, and my first check was amazing.
Hmm.
Um, it got split in half with the production company that I worked with, and I was set up with a CPA to watch over my money so it doesn't blow, you know. Long story short, the CPA, when you go through my accounts, it was money that was being taken out and put in different accounts and all kinds of stuff to where, like, within, I want to say, 6 months, I had no money.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, even if it got to that point,
Hmm.
when you got like a good 10 stacks in the account, it's kind of like, okay, you at 10, you you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No recollection of like the money or nothing. All I know is I need a flight to LA for a trip or whatever, and it's, well, where are you gonna use the money? Hold on, my account. What you mean?
Right. I wouldn't have said this if I didn't think I had
Right.
any money.
So and then you realize that you ain't got no funds in your account. Like that's the worst feeling. And a lot of people they get sucked into that world of
Hmm.
needing a CPA to look over your money and that is whatever. Like I know for me, I didn't really have no bills like that when I first signed. So it's no way for me to blow through money. The only thing I needed to do was furnish my newly purchased loft, you know, in the name of Jesus, and I'll be good. But at the end of the day, you know, if you don't look after your money
Yeah. And
is
sadly,
gone.
in this industry, a lot of people fall victim to. It's basically
Yeah,
it comes down to trust because a lot of people trust people, but they don't know until it's too late that they can't be trusted. And sadly, it's almost like when that happens, it's like, welcome to the music industry.
yeah.
Type
It's like,
thing.
but
Because
you
it's
know,
like people like it happens, and some people are to the point where it's like, hey, it happens. It's like you get over and you just keep moving because it's like it happens so often these days where it's it's just normal kind of, but it shouldn't be normal.
it shouldn't be. But you know, it's like if you don't take care of your business, it's not a good situation for you. It's not going to be a good situation for you. And I think because I learned it so early on, it's like 2010, you know, so I learned it early on. Like, okay, so now that I'm in a better position and I've re signed my deal and I've done certain things, I know this is not what I'm going to do this time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. I'm glad I went through it though, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have learned the aspects of the business, because before then I was just like, okay, cool, that's how it works. Okay, cool, that's how it works. All right, that it is, and I didn't realize that the more that I just listened to people, the more that I was being taken advantage of,
Yep.
instead of knowing it for myself.
Hmm.
You know,
And
so
sometimes things kind of, it's like things happen kind of purposely because you have to learn
you
things for
have to
yourself.
learn. Yeah, I feel like that's the same thing with me and my artistry. I never wanted to be a songwriter. That's not something that I ever planned. Like, I wanted to sing, you know, and I wanted to be on stage and just sing my heart out and stuff like that. But it's like, how are you able to do that and you're not able to convey what you're singing to people because you don't write your music?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think everything that's happened for me, even just coming into the industry as a writer and being able to open those doors to create fan bases. Like, I always had a fan base for my covers online. A lot of people remember
Most
me from
definitely.
2003. You know what I'm saying? Just putting Usher and Beyonce and Brandy and all kinds of people's covers out, and um, just using that to get into writing, and then writing to back to my own artistry. It's all a journey, and I feel like God puts you through certain things
Hmm.
to develop your talents and make you hone into what is great about you and what's special about you. Because if I didn't go through the struggle of learning to write music, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Right.
Yeah, but the struggle wasn't that long though. I can't lie. It was a good year. I
Hmm.
started writing, then I got my first placement on Brandy. But before that, I was working with like Chili from TLC and Menudo. There was a group on MTV. They had a show out and stuff, so we filmed for that. You know, so I was working. Even the Backstreet Boys. You know, Brandy came out first, but I was already working with a lot of people before my first placement came out, you know, and it's like it really taught me a lot. It really got me together like, okay, this is something that I need to perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, what advice would you give to young girls, young guys who's trying to come up in the industry as a singer songwriter? Like, what are some key things that they really need to know and understand before they try to really jump into this big world of the industry?
Learn it for yourself.
I say that
Learn
all the
it for
time.
yourself. Learn it for yourself. Like, even if it's just asking questions like, hey, how does a publishing deal work? What happens when you get a publishing deal? What do they take? Or how is it, you know, the money that you get? How is that? Or, you know, if you have a certain number of songs, how does that work? The song thing. It's so much that goes into like writing and writing for others. What do you get paid for writing, or do you do vocal production? It's so much stuff, so it's like it's good to learn. Even if you don't know, just ask somebody. It's like, you know, how did you do this, or what is this, or I want to learn about this. It's good to always learn for yourself, because you'll always be on it like, that don't sound right.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Never sign nothing without a lawyer,
Definitely.
right?
Because it's like
um
sometimes when it comes to contracts too, like it's like you think you understand, you probably do, but it's like
Even if they
sometimes the way
explain it
people
to
word
you,
things, you should never
even if
take
they
their word
explain it
100%
to you,
sometimes.
the thing is, they're going to explain it to you from their perspective.
Hmm.
You always should have somebody that's for you, that's like, look, these are the pros and cons. Are you willing to deal with the pros and the cons that come along with the pros? You know what I'm
And
saying?
sometimes you said the
Because
pros
they're
is
not gonna
always
give
money.
you the bull. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
okay, now I'm gonna
definitely.
let you know you ain't gonna get paid for 3 years. You like, hold on, wait, what you talking? Hold on, you know what I mean? They gonna tell you that, but you like, oh
Right,
shit, you know, I'm about to get an advancement, and I'm about to. You
right.
gotta learn it for yourself. You got to learn it for yourself. You got to learn how to record yourself. I mean, that's like the biggest thing. Because you know, so many people is like, oh, we gotta get in the studio, but you don't have no songs.
Hmm.
Present yourself
Right.
better. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's recording on your computer, your gateway computer. Like I still record on my laptop.
Hmm.
My EP that I put out was recorded on my laptop.
I know a lot of artists that do that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, invest in yourself and learn how to create your sound, how you want it to sound. Just invest in yourself. Just learn different things for yourself.
Yeah, most of I definitely. I tell people all the time. You have to learn things from for yourself, just in case
Yeah.
things go left. You can kind of keep that train moving all on your own until you maybe find additional people that can be for you on your team.
Yeah. The problem is I find that a lot of people, they want handouts. They're like, well, somebody helped you. It's like, no. That's not what happened. I put stuff out and it came to me. My first manager that I had found me online.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The first placement that I got was from me putting covers online because somebody's like, "Oh, do you write?" Like, yeah, I was lying. I didn't write at the time, but I was like, yeah, I write. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That led to me working with Menudo or being flown out to Florida to work with independent artists and making money like on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, if it's something that you want to do, you have to just like you really have to do a lot of stuff on your own and
Right.
figure it
Definitely.
out. And don't expect anybody to give you a handout because I'm not giving handouts. Like if you don't have the same tenacity, the same drive that I had when I didn't have anything, I wouldn't even want to sign you
Right.
because
Ain't
I
nothing
made
wrong.
something happen out of nothing. I'm on a gateway computer on a headset mic. You know what I mean? So you can't tell
You
me
made it
like,
happen for
oh, I ain't
yourself,
got
though.
nothing. I ain't got no studio and I can't record. It's always a way.
Oh yeah.
It's always a way.
If you're passionate enough about something, even if there's no way, you'll create a way.
Exactly.
That's when people will say that you actually really want something and how bad you want it. The avenues you take that, you know, just to get to where you want to be.
Right. And I feel like when people see that, they're more willing to help you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When somebody sees the drive in you and you making it happen for yourself, you're willing to help that person.
Most definitely. I agree. All right. Well, before we go, could you do me a
Okay.
favor and the viewers and your fans a favor of singing just a little bit of Dear Love?
Dear love.
Yeah.
Um okay. Mm, mm, mm. I'm just a lonely soul wandering and no one looks for me. Like no one gets to see. Maybe I'm not good enough as a love. Maybe I'm not totally what you want. Maybe I'm not all the things you imagined. Maybe I'm not everything that I thought, but what did I do wrong? To have to live my life alone. Yeah. What did I do wrong? No. 'Cause no matter how much I love it, don't want me. La da dee da, la da dee da, la da dee da. It don't want. You know.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I did this especially for you because I just woke up. So, my vocal cords, this is my first time singing today. So,
So, but you know
I
what?
ain't
Let
even
me
get
let
to
me
do the,
let me
I ain't get to do the, and clear my throat. Look,
let me tell you this, but because a lot of singers who I'm a fan of, sometimes when y'all get sick, y'all be like, "Oh, my voice don't sound good right now." I'm like,
but that is real though. Look, let me
no,
tell
I
you.
know it's real, but I'm
Listen,
like, it's like I can tell you're sick, but I'm like, you still smashing it, Dell. It's just in a different tone, but you still getting it.
Yeah, but see, you see how you can notice the different tones, like when
Right?
something is
Yeah.
different. Like I'm literally just getting over a cold, and I literally had no voice for 3 weeks. Um, Me and Tamar, we ended up going to the Bahamas after we did St. Louis. She had a show with Joe and different stuff like that. And when I was there, I literally could not speak. It was that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like literally could not speak. And I think traveling in the air,
Hmm.
it caused that. So
Right.
just
And a lot of
imagine
singers go
having
through
no
that
defense.
when they're off and on planes constantly. It messes with their voice, like the climate changes and all of that. So yeah, I know that's definitely a real thing.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, okay. But there you have it, guys. TC. Make sure y'all go get that new EP Trust Love on iTunes now because it's worth the money. Matter of fact, get 5 copies and give it to your friends, your aunties, all that. But yeah, we spoke to TC today. It was a pleasure, as it always is whenever I do a story on you or a tweet or whatever. It's always a pleasure being connected with you.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support because you don't have to, but you do.
Thank you.
So I definitely am appreciative.